Hey gang, John here from Keys to Fun with another micro lesson. Well, it's that time of the year. We're in December, so we're going to start to talk a little bit about our songs that we play around this time of the year and this season. And one of my favorite times to play music, because it allows me to go back and play some songs that I haven't played in about a year. And you don't find yourself oftentimes wanting to play We Wish You a Merry Christmas or The Grinch in July. But you know, it starts to get a little nip in the air, and all of a sudden my old books come out and I start to play some of the songs that I've missed. And today we're going to have a little example of that. I'm going to play some Jingle Bells. I'm also going to go through We've Only Just Begun, and going to finish up with Oh Holy Night. And I'm going to be using those three songs as an example of what you have, many of you have on your instruments called a variation. Okay, alter style. Some instruments call it alter style. Some of the Lowrys on the clavinovas, they are variations. Some of the older Lowrys are variations as well. But anyhow, I wanted to go over their purpose, how you can use them within the song, and then I'm going to teach you a little trick that you can use to vary or alter your style, even if that's not a button that you have. Okay, we're going to be using the Yamaha CVP 709 today, the Lowry Journey, and then we're going to finish up on the Lowry Easy 4. So we're going to run the gamut here with different instruments, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope this is a nice little way to kick off the season and teach you how to play some of, I know, my favorite songs. Okay, we'll see you in a couple minutes for the wrap-up. Okay, so variations. Variations are ways that you can vary the way that your styles sound. And a lot of instruments, Yamahas, Lowrys in particular that we're covering, have various variations, ways that you can differentiate the styles that you have. So, you know, to give you an example here, on the Clavinova CVP 709, I have 6 buttons here, and pop, rock, country, blues, standards, jazz. Now, when I choose one, I can see I have all of these choices here, and you know, I have 3 pages under jazz combo. I have a couple more pages under big band, a couple more pages under orchestra swing. And I can choose different styles in there. Now, each one of the styles on the Clavinova has 4 different variations. And basically what this does is it quadruples, in a way, the amount of styles that I have available to me, because I can take any style and play it 4 different ways, okay? And it's nice because it gives you the opportunity to, again, make your style sound completely different, to give you more variety. It also lets you change in the middle of the song, because that's oftentimes what happens in real music. When a band is playing, the band isn't just the same constant flow of sounds. There's sometimes the drummer may change what they're doing, or the bass player may change their bass line to play on every beat instead of every other beat, or what have you. So I'm going to play a little jazzy version of Jingle Bells here, as we're in December now, and I'm just going to move through these variations. So during the verse, I'm going to be using the A and the B variation, and then when I get to the Jingle Bells section, the chorus there, I'm going to use C and D, and I think you'll notice a pretty big difference here in those changes. I don't know if you use these or not, but if you don't, you're really missing out on the clavinovas, because they give you so much more variety. Now, just as an aside, so you'll also notice a difference in the melody line, I did put the one-touch setting link on. It's over on the right-hand side. I don't know if you can see this side of the panel over here, but this does correspond with these variations. So I can see here I have the vibes, the jazz guitar, and the piano on here. When I go to 2, I'm going to hear a clarinet, or B rather. C, I'm going to hear a violin, and D, I'm going to hear just a regular CFX grand. So what I want you to notice is not necessarily the change in the right hand, although you will notice that. I really want you to hear how the left hand, the background, changes via the variations. So we'll bring a little introduction in here. I'll play a C chord. what a really cool little arrangement that you can make playing the same song and just moving through the variations. Now let's go take a look at how you can do something very similar on a Lowry. I'll pick a different rhythm style, different type of music here, and a different song. But I'll show you how you can utilize the variations on that in a very, very similar manner. Okay. So here we have a Lowry Journey, and we're going to be utilizing the variations in a little bit of a different way on here. Now, first of all, you have your styles on your panel over on the left-hand side, just like on the Yamaha. You have a couple more buttons. The Yamaha has 6. This has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 buttons. And each one of those styles can be utilized with various variations. Now let me show you what I mean when I say this. If I go to full band here, I have 4 different variations of full band under the pop rhythm style. There's 4 under all of them. If I go to pianist, I have 4 different variations. If I go under guitarist, I have 4 different variations. Now what's really cool about this is not only do I have 4 variations of every one of the performers in the style, but I can alter each one of those to sound like a secondary style. So you take into account the 4 variations for each one in the alter style, you have a ton of different choices that you can make. Now I'm going to utilize the alter style today to change during a particular section of the song that I've chosen to play. We're going to veer off from Christmas songs for just a minute and go to We've Only Just Begun. So I'm going to go to Song Setup here, set it up to play, and when I get to the Sharing Horizons That Are Near to Us section, watching the signs along the way, you're going to see me reach up and hit the alter style here. Now I'll probably change sounds on an organ. One of the great ways you can change the sounds, you don't have to hit any buttons, you can just go to another level, so I'll go ahead and do that. Very similar to what I did on the Yamaha, though, you're going to hear the background itself change. So not only will you hear the right hand change due to the fact that I'm moving, but you're going to hear the background change as well when I hit alter style. Okay, so let's take a listen to this one. We've Only Just Begun. So could you hear that difference there with the alter style? Now, it's a great feature to use, but what happens if you're playing on an instrument, particularly the smaller Lowrys that don't have that feature? We're going to veer back into some holiday music today to show you a little trick that you can utilize with a particular Christmas song, actually. I think this works really well with. We're going to shoot over to the Easy 4 now and show you how you can vary the style, use kind of a style variation or an alter style on the Lowry without actually having it. So this is something you won't see in the owner's manual, but I think it's a really, really cool feature to know about. So let's go take a look at the Lowry Easy 4. Okay, gang, now for those of you that have Easy 4s, this will work on an Easy 10 as well. You don't have the opportunity to use the alter style. You do have some performers over here, which does, in fact, vary the styles that you have. So you have 8 buttons over here, each of which can be played 3 different ways. We're going to go with the Rock Pianist this week, which has a beat that sounds like this. 50s style beat. You can play so many things with that beat. For those of you that have been around for a while, maybe you remember Bob Ashworth from Lowry. And one thing that I loved about Bob was he picked out some really, really great songs when he did his demos. And one of the ones that I really enjoyed that he used with the Rock Pianist was an old song that sounded like this. Twilight Time. Now, that's a great rhythm style to use for those songs, but it is a bit limiting, and what I mean by that is there are so many other songs that, gosh, would sound good with a variation of that beat, but I don't have, I mean, I can go to a different performer, but I'm going to lose that piano player. I want to maintain the piano player, but it would be great if I had that alter style button or another variation under with the piano here where I could make it sound different. Well, let me show you a little trick. If you take that beat, Rock Pianist, and you go ahead and you hold down your fill. Now, you might be saying to yourself, I can't hold this down and play at the same time. I completely agree, which is why I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to take advantage of is, first shown on the 4, a foot switch on the right-hand side of your volume foot control. Okay, so you have your expression pedal down here. You have a switch on the left, which everybody has, starting on the Easy 2, the Easy 3. That's where we can bend the notes or sustain particular tones. But on the right, we have our fill. Used to be called FX. Now let me show you a little trick here. If I play my chord and I hold that down, you're going to hear a little transition, but then something really, really cool is going to happen. So there's the light. Now listen to what happens. Right here. It changed what my piano player was doing, or it varied it. The fill is on. Now I'm not holding it down because I'm using my foot to do it. Now when I let my foot go, it goes back. Put my foot back. Little transition. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gone. So I'm going to go ahead and slow that down. Put myself in about the 50 beat per minute range. Look what I can play with this. Great rhythm to use with that. Now, you hear that same, it's the same beat. Now, could I have played Oh Holy Night with that? I could have, it would have sounded like this. But that really's got that 50s rock style beat, which again, it matches it in a way. You could play, you know, timing wise, it'll sound fine. But what a difference by holding that fill down. Again, I'm doing it with my foot, holding the switch over the right-hand side. Makes this little transition, and here's the change. Perfect for that song. have our owner's manual right here. You can leaf through every single one of these pages, and in nowhere in the manual is it going to tell you how you can vary that rhythm style by holding the fill down. Now, they all won't work to that extent, but that's a really, really great one, and for this time of the year, I thought it was perfect. Well, I hope that episode was worthwhile to you. I say this every week, but it's still true. I know that our time is very valuable, and the fact that you want to spend a little bit of it with us really makes a big difference to me. Don't forget that if there's something that we haven't covered and you'd like to cover it, I do have a list. Many people have been very vocal about the things that they would like to hear about. Namely, this week, someone was asking about Christmas music, so we went ahead and jumped in and did some because, again, it's that time of the year. But if there's something that you'd like me to cover, within reason anyhow, I am certainly willing to take a stab at it to the best of my ability, and I hope I can do it some justice. Keys to Fun is located in Johnston, Rhode Island. Our physical address at the studio is 1665 Hartford Avenue. You can feel free to come visit us at any time. Our phone number is 401-277-9800. If a phone call or a visit is not something you're able to do, you can reach out to us on the World Wide Web. You can visit our website at keystofunmusic.com. You can go to our Facebook page. You just type in Keys to Fun Music and Lesson Center and we should come up there. You can write a message to the page. If you go to our website, you can write a message on the site and it'll go right to me. You can also visit our YouTube page. If you just look up my name, John Spencer, you may be watching this video on the YouTube page actually. All of the videos are listed there. We have a good 40, I believe, now at this point. And it's been a great year doing these with you. I really hope you've appreciated them. I've really had some fun doing them. We also have some gift cards that are available now at Keys to Fun. So if you're watching this, you're in our area, or we can send them to you if you're not right around the corner. We have gift cards that are available to be used on our lessons, on instruments, as well as our books. It's a great time of the year to look into an instrument. We do big time specials in December on both the Yamaha Clavinovas as well as the Lowrys. And I would very much be happy to help you out in any capacity. Just reach out to us and let us know. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.